I've been a land broker for over a decade now, and I can tell you there are some common reasons that people hire folks like us to sell their land. Now, not everybody wants to use a real estate agent for any reason. I'm not going to argue with you over that. Can't change your mind over that. First reason is land brokers have a broad marketing network. If you want your property marketed as broadly as possible with the chance of getting the best price for it, you need to use somebody who's already got that in place. You can't go out and develop the marketing networks companies like us have developed over years. You can't do that on the fly. Marketing on the major land sites on the internet, all of the social platforms, the email lists, the text list. We've accumulated and put that network together over a decade, and it's pretty vast and sophisticated. The second reason people will use a land broker to sell their land is they don't have to deal with the phone calls. They just don't. You put a sign up and people see your number and they're going to call and they're going to ask all of the typical questions. They're going to start bugging you, and they call whenever they want to. And you'll get calls and texts and emails 24/7 about your property. You say, that's what I want. I want a lot of activity so I can sell that property. Well, yeah, okay, good. Yeah, you think you want that until the phone rings for the 40th time at 9:30 at night and the baby's crying and your wife's mad and the toilet's overflowing, 1,000 things going wrong. Suddenly you wish you had somebody else dealing with all those phone calls and texts and emails. There are a lot of people that just don't want to fool with the general public because most of those calls, texts, and emails are tire-kicking waste of time, yet you got to deal with them because you never know when that one call or text is going to come through that's going to be the real deal. So you can't ignore any of them. You got to deal with all of them, and not everybody wants to do that. Hey, the third reason people will use professionals to deal with the selling of their real estate is the paperwork. You know, there are some serious laws in place when it comes to selling real estate. Yeah, and those laws are the real deal. And people that are in the business, well, we've got all the forms. We've got all the current forms. We have a general idea of what all the current laws and regulations are in our state and whatever state we're doing business in. And so we're kind of on top of all that. The fourth reason, we've got all the tools. When it comes to selling 250 acres of timberland, well, we've got all the tools to be able to get people around on that property. We've got all of the mapping. We've got the aerial mapping. We've got the topo maps. We've got the site indexes. We've got soil maps. We've got the tools to be able to show people what they're getting and to be able to do it in detail, enough detail that'll help land buyers, and especially sophisticated land buyers, get all of their questions answered properly so that they can make a good buying decision. The average person just doesn't have access to that, and a lot of them don't know how to use those type of tools. Guys like us, that's what we do every day. We've got those tools. We're in business to do it, and people will use land brokers just because we've got the extra tools it takes to sell a piece of rural real estate. Hey, let me give you one last reason people will use land brokers like us. A lot of out of town, out of state, out of area people, they've got property they want to sell. They can't get down there and show it. They can't get down there and deal with it. They want somebody local or in the area, the region, who's got all the tools, who's got the marketing network, who can handle all the calls and paperwork. They want those people to deal with it because they are on the ground in that area, in that region, to handle it. I recently closed on about 300 acres, 2 tracts, an 80 and a 220 something, for a gentleman in a state 3 time zones away. There was no way he could manage all of the boots on the ground type of things that were involved, meeting with a surveyor, flagging some corners, all of that kind of stuff. He had to have somebody here, boots on the ground, to handle that. A lot of out-of-state folks want to deal with rural real estate that they want to sell and get rid of, but they don't know how to do it, so they hire professionals in that area, that locale, that region, to deal with it. I hope you'll use a professional land agent. We've got all the tools. Check folks out, use professionals, use people in the region that you're wanting to sell land, and you'll probably have better luck. If you're wanting to sell your property, here's some more videos right here that can give you some tips and help you do that in a better way. Thanks for watching.